Well, hello and welcome to Watch What Crappens. I'm Ronnie and that's Ben. Hello, you gorgeous man.
Hi, Ronnie. How's it going?
Good. I love seeing you in a hotel setting. The vertical blinds really brings us back, doesn't it?
Isn't this gorgeous? Look, I'll move out of the way so everyone can see the crack of light coming through. Oh, yeah. Beautiful.
Oh, those aren't vertical
recording.
blinds, are they? Those are curtains.
They're just curtains. They're just your standard hotel curtains. But I am recording from the Big Easy right here in the heart of New Orleans. It's so exciting. A New Orleans podcast, at least on my end.
Yeah, I'm just home. But I've been looking at all your pictures going all over NOLA. It's cute. You've met some of the Crappens listeners. You got some pralines at Leah's Pralines. Whoa.
No, it's the craziest thing. I got in Saturday around noon or 1. I dropped myself off in the hotel, and I was like, let me launch myself into the French Quarter. So I started walking over there. I walked 2 blocks, and then I hear Ben Mandelker, and I look, and it is someone named Kate, who we actually met in Seattle. Kate lives in Washington, but Kate famously sent us that video of Heather Dubrow talking to someone at the NOLA airport, because I guess she was in NOLA earlier this year, and this was Kate again, and Kate had gotten married the night before. And she was now packing up to leave to go on to the next chapter or whatever. But I guess she had come back to New Orleans to get married. And what are the odds? I almost didn't even take that walking route, and I changed it at the last second. And what are the odds to run into Kate, who lives in not DC, but Washington State, right there on the street? So that was very funny to me.
I love it.
Yeah. And then on top of that, also our friend Nichelle Turner from Entertainment Tonight. She was staying a block away, it turns out. So then I went and got to hang out with her. And then she's like, I'm going to drive you. She's like, I'll drive you to dinner, because I had a dinner reservation. And then there was a parade. And the parade led out. Of course, there was a parade, by the way. Of course, it's New Orleans.
The parade at all times.
It was a crazy parade, and we got stuck in the parade traffic for an hour to go 2 miles away. It was wild. So it's been full of all sorts of adventure here in
you frozen?
New Orleans. Did I lose my connection here a little bit?
So you were just sitting in traffic with Nichelle.
I was for an hour, which was great. It's a great way to bond with someone. So
yeah, that's a great person to get stuck in traffic with.
She's awesome. That's what we did for an hour. We sang the Entertainment Tonight theme song for an hour.
Talked about what a little bitch John Tesh was.
Merry heart, am I right? So it's been so fun here. I saw a little baby alligator. A little baby alligator. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's pretty cute.
I guess it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's just it was basically.
Well, it's funny for you because I already imagined the squeal you squealed as you ran and hid.
No, I was in a safe distance. No, Dom and I went back to that. Remember, we went to that park where we went to what's it called? Cafe du Monde. So Dom and I went back to that park, and there's a little lake, a little pond in there, and there was a little girl just walking around, and she started throwing bread at all the ibises. So all these birds started flocking, and it's don't do that because you're going to attract the alligators. And sure enough, there had been a little alligator that had been sunning. I mean, it was about as long as a shoe, maybe a little bit longer. And then, of course, it started paddling over oh, yeah, I'm going to get an ibis, as if it could. It was so small. But I love that. Toxic masculinity runs even in alligators. And so so then, we had to, tell the little girls, parents, don't throw bread because it attracts birds and birds attract alligators. And they're because there's an alligator right there. They're oh, no, Charlize, get over here. So anyway,
they're whatever, loser. Their child's legs are sticking out of an alligator mouth. Whatever. It's like being rolled.
And I'm so upset because Robin, the singer from Southern Charm, New Orleans, she sings in this hotel, but not during the time that I'm staying here. It's on Thursdays only. So I'm very sad to be missing Robin.
Aw. Well, good. I'm glad you're having fun over there.
That's my entire New Orleans. Yeah, it's my New Orleans wrap up for everyone. This has been Ben's Eye on New Orleans. Oh, I also ate at Nina Compton's restaurant last night. That's the last thing I'll mention. Nina Compton, who was on Top Chef, who we love, and we also feel like should have won her season of Top Chef. Was that Top Chef Philadelphia? Maybe she was on. I don't remember, but she should have won Top Chef. And we ate at her restaurant last night, which I gotta say was good, not great. Not gonna lie, it could have been better.
I ate at Carlos Gaitan's restaurant in Disneyland. In like downtown Disney. He has a restaurant in downtown Disney, and it was amazing.
Carlos?
Yeah, from
Really?
Top Chef. He's a Michelin star chef now. I had no idea.
Wow.
So
Nina's
delicious. That was some of the best food I've ever had. We both had a Top Chef weekend.
I know.
I love it.
I was sad about Nina's restaurant. I sort of got the sense that like Nina's restaurant was probably amazing when it first opened, but now it's been a few years and I don't think she's back there in the kitchen. And it's kind of like one of those things where you feel like maybe the quality has lapsed a little bit. Like it was overall like good, but like there was some stuff that was so salty. Like my entree was so salty, like I almost couldn't finish it. But of course I did. But it was good. It was definitely good.
Oh,
But
it's
I
a
was
shame.
like,
I
a little
love
sad
Nina.
about that. I know. I love Nina too. I don't hold it against her. I hold it against whoever's running the kitchen back there.
Now, all right. Well, whoever works there, kill that person. And everybody else,
Works there should be fired.
throw that person overboard. Throw that person to the baby alligator. And everybody else, welcome to RHOP Crappens. So tonight we are doing Amazon Live at 4 p.m. Pacific time. Join us there. You can find that on your Amazon Prime TV app, or you can just find the link in our link in bio at Instagram. And then next Monday, we will be doing Crappy Hour at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time over on YouTube Live, Patreon, and Instagram is free everywhere. So just join us for that. Super fun. And I think that's it. That's all we have to promote right now.
That's it.
Whoa, isn't that great?
Yeah.
So today is Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 4, Tropic Like It's Hot.
What a funny episode. This episode was so good. Potomac is really strong this season. Less strong is Kiarna. She's starting to grate me. Why is it that anytime someone walks onto an episode, Kiarna gives them stank eye? Like really, like you were trying too hard to be relevant this season. Like you went from being invisible to doing too much.
Well, you know why I'm liking this season so far? Because it's an audition season and we love some Bravo auditions. This is where Bravo is like, uh-oh, it's time. We need to get a whole bunch of new housewives. Let's just throw a whole bunch of people in there. And I include Kiarna in this because even though she's been here 3 years now, it doesn't seem like it. She's still they're like, you're still auditioning, Kiarna. But yeah, everybody's auditioning and it's like Housewives Improv. You know, you guys come in here. We're going to put you at a lunch. You guys better fight about something or you're out of here. And they have to come in and do their audition. And they are trying so fucking hard. And it's so stupid. It's literally one of the dumbest seasons of any housewife show I think we've watched as far as like trying to have a fight every 5 minutes. And they're all just idiotic. They're all idiotic. I mean, Giselle came after someone in all seriousness over Instagram filters. She really, I mean, it's so stupid, but it's still funny. And I love to watch a good audition. That's why Chorus Line is such a great show. And even movie, despite the bad reviews when it came out. No. I hope
Glad
I
we
get
settled
it.
that.
I hope I get it. How many housewives do they need? So that's how I'm looking at it. And it's making it much more enjoyable.
Yeah, I think it's like a great season so far. I am a little surprised that Angel is a full-time housewife because she definitely gives friend of energy. She feels like a new version of Jacqueline quite a bit. So I'm really surprised. Maybe it's because she has a football player husband, but Jassy has a football player husband and she's not full-time. And I was thinking to myself originally, like, it's shocking that they didn't make Jassy a full-time housewife, both last season and this season. But now I'm realizing that there is a certain joy in, like, keeping Jassy as a friend of, like there's certain people, like on Miami, you have Adriana and Marisol who are kept in friend of jail. And because they want it so badly that it's almost funnier seeing them strive so hard to get to be like full-time, like housewife. How Marlo was so good as someone who just wanted to be a housewife and then she became a housewife and it wasn't as good. And so I think they discovered that with Jassy. She's someone who probably could be a housewife, but it's a bit more entertaining to keep her on the fringes. So she's like working really hard for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, Jesse's kind of a non-starter for me. She always has been. I don't really get it. I shouldn't say non-starter. No pun intended, because someone's been a starter for 10 years or whatever, which is another stupid argument in this. But I agree about the other one, Angel. But I love that Angel doesn't really seem cut out for this. And so they're just, it's like when you have a piece of meat that's too rough and you don't want to marinate it overnight. And so you put it in a plastic bag with all of the seasonings, and then you just beat the crap out of it with a mallet and just hope that it tenderizes. That's what they're doing right now to Angel. They've thrown her in a plastic bag with some adobo and some chicken stock, and they are just pounding the shit out of her for no reason. And it's hilarious. They just keep attacking this poor woman for nothing. Well, she hasn't done anything to anyone. And they're literally like, let's just pound Angel every episode. Let's see if we can make Angel cry
they sense weakness. They sense weakness, and she's like a little slippery.
They also sense money. And this cast gets very jealous.
They do. There's money, there's weakness, there's slipperiness. Because, I mean, Angel does sometimes forget certain things that have been, shown on camera. So I think they don't. I don't think that they respect someone who comes on as a lapdog, and they're seeing her as a lapdog. And there probably is a sense of like, wait a second, she gets to be a full-time housewife, but she is giving friend of energy, because the friend ofs are usually the lapdogs. So I think they're coming for her about, I think the reason why Giselle is going to come at her about Instagram filters is because she senses that this woman is weak and she can do it, and Angel does not do a very good job of being like, you better shut the fuck up, Giselle. She instead tries to sort of explain it, etc. And now Wendy is eating her up, and I don't know how she's going to make it through this season. Quite frankly, I think she's already lost.
I don't know. I'm not putting it past her, because the ones who have like retreats and the ones that are into meditation, I say it every time there's a character like this, they are always the craziest people in real life and on these shows. And so they just need to break her down, and they will break her down. She's already close. They're going to break her, and then we'll see what comes out. They're going to make that flower bloom early. So we're going to see what's going to happen. I'm still holding out hope for her. They
want her to turn on Kierna. If she turns on Kierna, which there were sort of hints that she was going to, then I think they will be happy. And the funny part is, which I almost forgot about, is that we had the first sign of a rift between Kierna and Angel was the fact that Angel actually stood up for Wendy in the whole beef about Wendy asking Kierna if she did her own makeup, and Angel said, well, did you ask Wendy how she was doing? So if anything, Angel was taking up for Wendy, and then Wendy completely, last episode kind of like turned the tables on Angel, and now Angel, of course, doesn't like Wendy anymore. But I think if she turns on Kierna, then Giselle will ease off, because they love that. They love when someone turns on their friend.
Yeah, they just need to get them fighting so that they don't have to try so hard, because Ashley and Giselle and Wendy are all three trying really hard. They're just like, let's start some fights, get these people going so we can sit back and not have to do much, But it's going to take a lot of work. So we'll see who breaks first and who becomes crazy. But they got Tia today too, and Tia didn't have any problem shutting Ashley down, which was glorious. It was glorious to see. Tia had a great episode. She cemented herself as one of my faves.
Oh yeah,
even though she already was.
Tia was so good. She already was, but now now we actually have something tangible to be like why she's our favorite beyond just having an accent. It was like she lived up exactly to our potential. And Tia walks around this cast like she's been on the show for 4 years already, which is what I love about her. She's so self-possessed. And the way she handled Ashley was so hilarious and so great. She basically treated Ashley like one of her daughters and got it together. And then her own son, she got her son together when her son threatened to be adopted away from the family. She's like, okay, well, don't do it before Sunday. Thank you so much.
And be sure it's somewhere close so I can call you. Mommy will miss you when you're adopted. So good. All right, well, let's get it going. So we are on our way to Preak-Ness in the Sprinter van, and Kierna's still trying with Stacy. She's done with Stacy. And she's like, you can do anything now, Stacy. And she's like, Kay hates me. I've never understood when, I'm just breathing. And she's like, I hate the way you breathe. Girl, everyone on this cast hates the way you breathe. Have you not been paying attention the past 4 weeks?
Use a different analogy. This one will set you up for failure. So Kieran is like, Stacey, stop touching me. Like, stop touching me in your hair. Like, it's just Stacey. You're trying to be my friend. And everyone's like, Giselle's like, yeah, Stacey, you are a toucher. Put your butt back. Get your butt back over there. Yeah, I think that, like, I'm ready to see some horses and, like, make some money. Like, that's what I came here to do and everything. So now they're, like, settling down from their little fight that they had before.
And Greg has given her 20s to give to everybody. Big spender over there. So now they go to Preak-Ness, and this is so Kierna too, to be like, my boyfriend gave us money to spend. Ladies, here's a 20.
I know. Giving everyone $20. Kierna, come on.
That is so sad. Hundies, maybe. Hundy minimum if you're going to be handing out bills.
I think so.
20.
Yeah, and then how many are they? Like, yeah.
And then she's like, I'm going to give that girl less money. Less than 20? Girl, come on. Is there a laundromat by so you can get some actual quarters to give people, you cheap ass? So they arrive, and Wendy has little gold binoculars, which she holds up all the time because that's a pop. And she's in the pop comedy. And she's hilarious. Wendy's like hilarious, you guys. So she does that. They take a group shot and stuff. And she's like, I'm so excited to host the ladies at Preak-Ness. We can all enjoy the festivities. First lady, first lady, first lady, first lady, first lady.
First lady, who I know very well. I'm going to be seeing her in a little bit. She's going to love us. She can hang out with us. So Kiana gives out her $20, and again, less to Stacy. And then they're all just like all excited to be there and everything. And Stacy is like cannot believe she got less. And Kierna's trying to get change to give Stacy the fewer than $20. I think, again, Kierna really thinks that she's being like so hilarious by giving Stacy less than $20. But I'm like, you don't understand. You just like that $20 is already your high watermark.
It's already is sad.
Like, it's just too sad. Like, so it's not funny when you're giving Stacy less. It's just more emphasizes how sad your initial offer is. And later on, Giselle will show you exactly what a Potomac level prop shade is, not like giving $15 instead of $20.
You might as well be handing out discount car wash coupons, you know? It's embarrassing, Kierna. It's embarrassing. So now they're like, twerking for their money or whatever. And now she's like, I'll give you a titty. And so Stacy tries to twerk with them. And, it's Stacy twerking, which is basically like watching a toothpick in the wind. Just kind of.
Toothpick in the wind.
It's not going to work.
No. So then they're just still all talking and everything, and they're being silly, placing bets. And Wendy in the middle of it says, just bring my name up to Angel. She'll talk about me for 7 minutes. And Giselle's like, ooh, something happened. Something's happening. Where'd you all go, by the way? Where'd you all go to school? Temple? And Wendy's like, yeah, but we don't know each other. I never spoke with her whatsoever. But then she goes, but I did hear that she didn't graduate, which is funny. Like, you didn't know her. You didn't speak with her, but somehow you know whether or not she graduated from Temple. Interesting.
Yeah, and Angel isn't trying to make a storyline like she knows Wendy. This isn't that. Wendy's trying to make it that, but it's not that. Wendy every season wants to make it like somebody's just dying to know her. It's like a NECA thing all over again, where she's like, oh, she's just dying to know me, as if her mom didn't call her and threaten her life or whatever that whole thing was. She's like, sure.
But also,
I miss that storyline, by the way, of the mom threatening. Wendy's mom calling and threatening NECA. That was so good.
The season of shrine fights. Oh my God. Yes. The shrine battle was a rough one. But that was another example where Wendy was like, I don't even know this girl. I don't know who she is. And it was like, Wendy was like friends with NECA was friends with Wendy's sister. Like, they definitely knew each other, and Wendy was acting like she didn't know. So again, here comes Wendy acting like she doesn't know who Angel is, and yet seems to know enough that she didn't graduate. So Giselle's
but all Angel said was that she knew her, but they weren't friends like that. They just went to the same school and she taught at school. So Angel's not trying to make it sound like, oh, I know Wendy. Ooh. But Wendy's trying to make it sound like Angel is saying that. And it's, it's kind of embarrassing for Wendy, but it's very on brand. So I enjoy it.
It's time for a commercial. It's time for a Crappens commercial.
So Giselle's like, wow, but just the other day, she said she graduated in what? 09, and you graduated 03, and Wendy's like, 06. So Giselle's like, well, let me check my sources, because the word on the street is that didn't happen. It's like, well, I think something may have transpired. That's why she left. And like Wendy's like looking away, like she's dropping some tea and everything.
And Giselle's really funny in this scene because she just kind of drops her mouth and looks at Wendy like, oh my God, that is the least subtle I've ever seen you try to be as far as trying to get me to be messy, but I'll do it anyway. She just laughs in her face. She's like, okay, I'll still do it. She's like, you still have no chill with any of this storyline forming, but I'll do it for you anyway. I'm bored.
I know. In fact, I'm surprised that that's what that she chose Instagram filters over graduation controversy for this evening's grand clash at the dinner table. She's like, you know what? I will go with the one that I can more easily prosecute. What are these Instagram filters?
Yeah. So, wow, guys, huge controversy. One of them graduated in 09 and one of them graduated in 03. So it's big. There's a big fight brewing. So now they're talking about whether or not Stacy bet, and she's like, I'm not betting. Kay's giving a tutorial. Well, I don't know, but I put that $20 in my pocket, girl. That's how you stay rich.
And then, meanwhile, this like random guy, we cut to like this guy, this like handsome guy is talking to Ashley, and he's like, you seem like an interesting person. I'd love to get to know you a bit more. Maybe take you out. I was like, wow. So this man he looks tall, handsome, wealthy, respectful, interesting. He has no shot with Ashley. Unless you are bald and over 60 and creepy and look like you may want to throw a ring into a volcano. I'm sorry, sir. You better move along.
I'm sorry. Unless you look like the bottom of a shoe, you are not welcome here, sir. Okay.
Unless you look like one of the rock trolls from Frozen, unfortunately, you're just going to have to move on, sir. What? You thought you could just win over Ashley because you're handsome and seem to have a nice personality and are respectful? I don't think so, sir.
Unless you have the face of a baby as seen through one of those machines they look at babies at. What are those machines? What is it called when you go to get your baby looked at? When it's inside your stomach?
Ultrasound.
Yeah. Unless you have the face of an ultrasound baby.
Unless you look like the baby from Roger Rabbit playing the boss baby, playing Gollum, you're just not going to have a shot at Ashley Darby.
I'm sorry, but unless you look like a blister that's about to pop, you are not welcome here, sir. Okay, we need crustier.
Good luck to you.
Sorry, not
you
enough mucus coming
thinking
out of your eyes and nose. Sorry.
Shame on you for thinking that your beautiful face and nice personality would ever win over a woman. You have failed.
But also, what a thirst bomb to be at Preak-Ness with cameras everywhere and being like, I'm going to go hit on one of those people on camera. Like, go over there. Sir.
Yes.
No one needs you here. You thirsty man. So now they sit down to eat, and Angel's feet hurt. That's her storyline. And Stacy's like, I can't believe Ashley's been here 5 minutes and she already has a date. How is that possible? Wait, are you still seeing Beavis? What happened to Beavis? And she's like, well, we're figuring it out. But right now I have no boyfriend and no husband.
So you're single until you're married. That's how I feel. And Stacy's like, Giselle, do you have a boyfriend? I do not. So you're single? I'm single. All right, I'll just stick that in my pocket for later tonight. Got it.
So we find out that Angel is going to try and set Giselle up with somebody. And Wendy's like, is he bald? He is. Is he chocolate? Giselle's like, oh my God, I hate you guys. And he is. And they're like, that's all she needs. Good job. Good pick.
Yeah, we see pictures of Jamal and Sherman. Sherman, God. The one that got away, Sherman. That's him. Giselle's like, okay, you have some work to do after this trip. So Ashley is, they're all sitting at this table. So Ashley's going to try to be messy, and she's about to fail. Because she's like,
Hey everyone, so I called you guys while you were shopping, and I was very happy to invite Wendy and Giselle to come over and have a fun time, and then from what I understand, Tia, you called me rude because I didn't invite the whole group.
and so we see that basically...
Audition time. Let's see how it goes. It's audition number 1. Tia, love your headshot. Don't have much credits, but you know what? We're here to find new talent. Let's see how she does.
So we see a flashback, and basically it was like 4 of the women were there or something like that, or 3 of the women, and Ashley called them, was on speakerphone, and invited only 2 of the 3 women to go shopping with her, excluding Tia. And so when Ashley got off the phone, Tia was like, rude. And so now Ashley has heard that Tia said rude, because clearly Giselle was like, oh, Tia said you were rude, because Giselle is so messy. And now the audition begins and scene.
Well, it was just tongue-in-cheek because we were all there. Now, usually, if you're not inviting the other people, you would maybe not invite them in front of the person you're inviting. So, yeah, I was like, oh, rude.
And then Kierna goes, what's tongue-in-cheek? Sorry, it's Kierna. We don't have time to teach you English, okay? It's hard enough trying to teach you housewifery. You are here in your 3rd year and you still don't know how to do this. So we can't teach you English as well, okay? What's next? Freaking math? We don't have time for this, okay? Don't homeschool.
My friend in high school, Sana, she used to think the expression was tongue-in-cheek. So she used to be like, ooh, I love that. It's very tongue-in-cheek. I was like, Sana, you're saying it wrong. And she was like, really? I was like, yes. Sana now writes for the New Yorker, but whatever.
Well,
also, English was not her first language.
Maybe not anymore. This is going to come up in the lunchroom and they're going to be like, you're out of here.
She's like, well, I just always wanted to write for such a tongue-in-cheek publication. She doesn't write for the New Yorker. She writes short stories that. Anyway, this point is she's a professional writer.
In the New Yorker. That's pretty good. But that's a good writer. You've been published in the New Yorker.
I know, she's really good. She's really good. But I just loved how she's always be like, because Sana was very. I always enjoyed Sana quite a bit, but it was always so funny when I just remember being in chemistry class and she just turned around and said, "Ben, that's very tongue-in-cheek." And I was like, tongue-in-cheek?
Well,
it didn't make any sense.
For me to make fun of everybody or make fun of anybody is really something, because until a few years ago, I said that things were macabre. So there you go.
Macabre.
Yeah.
Like Hanukkah. It's like Judas Macabre.
So there you go.
Macabre. Well, I've also entered a phase in my life where for no good reason, I now say, no, I can't even remember the word that I mispronounced. It's the one that starts. It's one of those Latin words. Whatever. Moving on. I don't.
So Tia tries to explain. She says,
Tongue-in-cheek is like, well, it wasn't that serious or deep.
but I want to know.
Okay, well, it just rolled off my tongue. Yeah, but it's like a chin check, but it's not.
She goes,
No, chin check is aggressive. Tongue-in-cheek is not aggressive.
oh my God.
I understand that both expressions feature parts of the face, but they're not exactly the same thing, Kiana, you poor thing.
And Ashley, who I also think doesn't know what tongue-in-cheek means, is like,
yeah, but then you kind of shaded me and you said it was tongue-in-cheek.
And she goes,
no, I said, no, listen, tongue-in-cheek is not shade. Keep up. Keep up.
And when he goes, oh, no, not keep up.
Keep up was great. Keep up.
I'm a British person telling you about tongue-in-cheek.
Also, I don't know if I'm not totally sure that when Tia said rude that it was totally tongue-in-cheek, but it was, I guess, tongue-in-cheek enough. So Ashley's like,
well, sometimes when people do something that's tongue-in-cheek, it's inadvertently shady, so I am keeping up. Ashley, if I think you're rude today, I will say to Ashley, I think you're very rude. So if I apologize and I said I did not mean it, I've already spoken about it. I don't know what you're struggling with.
I'm not struggling.
And Giselle's like, this is no longer tongue-in-cheek. It's like Giselle's got it. I like that Giselle got it. So
Ashley, if there's been a real offense, then we can be offended. But if I've said I've apologized, now it's your choice. If you want to keep digging, dig. But I'm not going to get dirty with you. And can I just say, I do have an issue with you right now, because when I met Giselle, she said to me, the minute my friend Ashley meets you, she's going to fancy you. And nothing, not a bum pinch, not an anything. I'm just disappointed. See how I've miraculously made this lighthearted. See, you've forgotten about the fact that I just totally destroyed you over the issue of tongue-in-cheek.
Giselle told me that you were a lesbian for attention. And I was really hoping that I would get hit on in some sort of a way. A little bum chick, a little make out in a Western bar in front of handsome men to try and pull their attention towards you. And nothing. Not even a little Katy Perry, I kissed a girl in passing. Come on.
it's just like, where's my by action? But also, just to clear the air, it was fucking rude, Ashley, for you to call on speakerphone when three people are there and only invite two of them. That is fucking rude. So what are you asking for an apology
100%.
for? It was rude.
Yeah, it was 100% rude. And by the way, Tia saying rude is like the smallest thing compared to the things that people actually do. Going back to that shrine fight, don't forget that entire shrine fight was started because Ashley sat down Wendy and spread some misinformation. I would say, like, you know, you're going to like try to come for Tia for just saying the word rude when you actually caused a season-long rift between two women because you were being messy. I don't think that like you're one to be complaining about people doing obnoxious things. So Jassy then comes over. She's like, hey, oh my God, they let me film with you guys today. How's everyone doing? And so she's all excited. Everyone says hi. And it's like, oh my God, Jassy. And of course they cut to Kierna, who has like stank face on. It's like, what now, Kierna? Like, what did Jassy do?
And audition number 2, Jassy versus Angel. Here we go. So Angel's like, oh, hey, so I hear you're a wag. And it says on the screen, wives and girlfriends of high profile sportsmen and women. Jassy's like, wait, yeah. So Jassy's like, and she's like, fellow wag here. So they kind of give high fives. And so she's like, oh, and you're a princess over there. Nice to meet you. So they talk about Darius and they're, you know, planning their wedding. And guys, dating is one thing, but planning a wedding, that is a whole different thing. I mean, where do we put the illegitimate children? I mean, can they hold flowers yet? Are they allowed to be flower girls? So they do that. They've closed the RSVPs.
I love when Jassy, just going back for a second, when Jassy sits down, she goes, everything is going good. And she goes, we're in counseling. I just love, she's like, guys, it's so great. We're in counseling. That's like, I already told the producers, I think they may film it. Fingers crossed.
Guys, we're planning a wedding right now through the shrink because Darius is still crazy. Well, hopefully we work that out before the wedding. Yeah, it's going great. So we close the RSVPs and it's just a weight off my shoulder. So, you know, it's time for some girl time. Am I right? What better time? Just got out of therapy. Come to Preak-Ness. Come to Preak-Ness.
So Angel's like, oh, Jassy, what position does he play? He's a linebacker. What position was Bobby? Oh, he was a tackle. He started for 10 years. Yeah, started. That means he was an important Bobby Massey tackle. He was a football player, so famous. Oh my God. You should have seen when he would talk to Bob Costas. Like Bob Costas said he was his favorite. Yeah, just putting that out there. It was huge fan. People just love my husband. Anyway, tell me more about yours.
What a coincidence. Okay. Ashley has been starting for 10 years as well. Ashley's like, yeah, tongue in cheek, my ass. So then Wendy's like, oh no, not started. I know she didn't say started. I know that's right. Like that was offensive. What she said was not offensive. I don't care what anybody says. I was not offensive. She asked, what does he play? And she said he was a tackle and he started for 10 years.
But like, it was one thing, I don't know, it landed a little bit like a brag. She was like, he was a starter. Like, it was almost like, well, if the question was, what position was it? And then, like, she just sort of leaned in and then added that little sizzle to it. It just, I don't know. there is a difference between saying, oh, he was a tackle and he was a starter for 10 years, which was really cool. That's one thing versus like, what position does your husband play? Oh, he's a linebacker. My husband was a tackler. He was a starter. Like,
I'm sorry that my husband
there was like a thirsty element.
I'm sorry
to
that
it.
my husband has a better resume than your husband, but I'm not going to dim my light for your husband. Okay, for your tackle husband. I mean, for your linebacker husband. I'm sorry. I'm not going to dim my starter light for a linebacker. Okay.
Well, it came off a little bit more as a flex than as exposition, if you ask me. And
well, they're
picked up
allowed
on
to
it.
flex. They literally call themselves wags. I mean, that's a wife of a sports person. So I say that's what you do. Your bragging is in your nickname. So I say go for it.
Yeah. So
We're
then
split
okay,
on
let's
that
go
one.
outside
We're
for
split.
split.
Let's just call that a
It's
split.
okay. It's a minor. It's a minor split. It's not the end of the world. I think
We're
it's
in
just
counseling,
another example.
everybody. I've got an announcement to make.
It's just another thing where Angel is just sort of, she's like kind of like flopping a little bit. She's not quite like whatever. If she is just trying to benignly say like, oh my God, yeah, he was a starter for like 10 years, whatever. If she was trying to say that, I don't think it landed the way she was intending.
Well, no, not with everybody around her going, oh, I can't believe she said that. And so Wendy's like, oh no, not started. I know that's white. And Angel's like, yeah, he did. He was a 10-year starter. So Wendy pulls out her binoculars and she's like, ooh, 10-year starter. Ooh, 10-year starter. I'm like, how many degrees do you have again?
And then when
Miss
yeah,
person who
that's
doesn't
true.
like bragging and others. Give me a break.
That's true. That's very true. And then Jassy does mention Darius is on his 7th year. 6th child, 7th year. So happy. He's counseling. So they go outside to go watch some races. And the horses are going by and everything. And Ashley's asking Kiarna, are you okay with Jassy? Like, your body language really changed when she showed up at the table. And Kiarna's like,
Well, I thought we were. I mean, I heard some interesting things, and then like she had like a problem with me apparently.
and Ashley's like, well, she's been talking about you in the streets and it came back to you. Is that what you're saying? And she's like,
Yeah, like someone brought it back to me. Like Jassy, come here, Jassy. Okay, Jassy, I got a word that like you and Stacey had an issue with me. Is that like true? Like, you guys had an issue?
Audition number 3. Kiarna versus Jassy. Ben.
Jassy's like, well, I'm not aware either. I don't think I was talking, unless I was talking about you in counseling with Darius. We're doing it, guys. We did it, Joe.
So Kiarna's like,
You told me this, Wendy.
and so Wendy's like, what?
Yeah, remember when you, come on, auditions. We don't have all day here. Okay, we've got a lot of people to see. The lines are around the block.
Keep up.
So she's like, okay,
You remember when you said that Jassy and Stacey had like a little issue with me?
and she's like, wait, hold on, guys. This is the first lady. Okay, hold on. See that lady behind the fence that they're not letting us get near? Hold on a second. Let me go up to the fence.
First lady,
Look,
it's
it's Dawn Moore.
me, first lady.
So she's like, First Lady Dawn Moore. How are you, First Lady? And then we just see a blur on the face and an arrow pointing through the fence at the First Lady.
Dawn Moore barely even gets into frame. Like, it's literally like it's so off the side. And there's like a little thing that says Dawn Moore did not want to appear on Real Housewives of Potomac. She's like, and I'm wondering if she made that request after Wendy went to jail. I kind of think no. I think this was even before Wendy got arrested. I think Dawn Moore was like, I want nothing to do with this. And in fact, you know that because Dawn Moore literally had put up a fence. Like, she was on the other side of a fence. Like, the Real Housewives were like in their own penned off area to stay away.
It's like chain link.
Yeah.
So Dawn Moore. Hi, Dawn Moore. Do you have anything to say to television? She's like, please don't show me. So Giselle's like, okay, what was happening?
Oh, so Kieran's like,
Okay, like back to my fight. So I like told Jassy that you and Stacey had like an issue. So to me, and that I wasn't privy about, and I was like very taken aback by that because I said like, wow, I didn't know that Jassy and I had an issue.
and Jesse's like, well, I'm a little bit taken back as well. What's going on? Should we get some more cameras in here? Because this is sort of like a big Jassy fight right now. Anyone? No.
Okay. Let me do it. Dawn Moore's not looking anymore, right? First Lady Dawn Moore. Okay. First Lady Dawn Moore is not here anymore. We can continue. So you and I were talking on the phone. Remember, there was a whole conversation about who's going to be at the NAACP Awards. And then I said, do you know if Kay's coming? And then you said, so I don't know, like that. So that's the conversation I had with you. You know, I said it, that this seems like there's something there. This seems like there's something there. And that was it. Because remember, you said, I don't know. That sounds like it could be something. I mean, come on. Are you guys even hiring a pianist for this audition? Make some effort.
Commercials. Here comes one right now.
So Jassy's like, okay, so it seems like there's something there and we have a beef. It's like two different things. Like Wendy was just being messy. You know, she's like, no, it wasn't being messy. I was just saying it seemed like there might have been an issue there. So Jassy is basically like, yeah, that was a stretch. So Kieran's like, well,
Wendy told me that she had just picked up an issue, and then when people say they picked up an issue, they didn't pick it up from nowhere.
So I'm like, Kieran, here's the thing. Why, like, if you suspect that Wendy no longer has your best interest and is a fake friend to you, if you think that this woman is out to undermine you, as you've been saying for the first 4 episodes of this season or 3 episodes, why do you suddenly believe that her word is gospel when it comes to what Jassy has to say?
Kieran is not the brightest bulb on the tree. She's just
the brightest.
She's like, okay, I'll
not
just
the brightest
her
bulb in the silverware drawer. That's for sure. She's Kieran is just trying it. I mean, like every single person who comes onto the screen, she has an issue. Every single person, she is trying so hard, and like, I'm glad she's trying more than last season. But like, let's keep it within reason.
So Kieran was like, Jassy, we can do a lot of things, but baby, I don't have time to do no lie.
And Jesse's like, okay, listen, now look, I know that you're going through a lot with Greg. Yeah. So I don't want you to take that out on me. I mean, I know how difficult it must be to be with Greg, you know, that polyester enforcer. So, you know, I'm sorry for you. Your skin must be itching for that uniform. So I'm sorry.
I know you must be going through a lot with Greg, with him not being a football player, not being a 7-year starter, not having really anything close to having abs. That must be very difficult for you. But you know, my heart goes out to you. It was so beautifully condescending. I loved it from Jassy.
Don't speak on me and my man. You know that you do lying, so I'm going to keep it at that. Lying doer.
Oh, I do lying.
Jesse's like, oh, I do lying now, do I? I do lying.
Oh, got it.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah.
I do lying. Okay. Okay.
You're going through a lot, and I'm gonna be here for you. You're going through so much, sis. I understand. She's like,
no, you're going through a lot. You're marrying a man that has 2 kids on you. I get it.
and we see a flashback to Jassy trying to explain that situation.
That was so
which
funny.
was so
that flashback
funny.
was good.
There were 2 boys that were created before me. They were manufactured before I arrived.
There were pre-existing souls that were put together creatively before I arrived on the scene. Like, oh, okay. So Stacy's like, that is too low. That is too low. And Kieran's like, you're marrying a man that had 2 kids on you, so I can understand that you're going through a lot. But baby, I'm not going through nothing. And Jassy's like, okay, I just want to give you some grace. Okay. That's so sad.
I mean, Kay's in a rough spot. I would be upset too if all I got was a little condo that he didn't even pay for. Oh man. She's being so hilarious to me, because you know I love an asshole like that. You know I love when someone is just gonna like condescend like that. Oh, I love it.
But yeah, Kieran's starting it and she's losing it very quickly. So Tia's like,
well, is she coming on holiday with us? I like that one, that jazzy girl.
Giselle's like, I don't know. I haven't decided. And Kieran is saying, oh, well, it's giving me vibes. And I remember, I'm sorry, that's a no for me. Please don't take me out of my element. I'm working very hard. And Angel, now this is important because Angel just goes, bring Charisse. I like her. She didn't say don't bring Jassy. She just said bring Charisse.
Correct.
I like her.
Correct. She did. By the way, the moment that Kierna said, that's a no for me, it's like, sorry, like, don't take me out of my element. I'm working hard. Giselle just hears, okay, so that means I definitely bring Jessie. Absolutely. Yeah. Like the moment you tell Giselle, please don't force me to be in a place with this person. Giselle is going to do everything she can to make sure that person is there.
Yeah. Okay, let's go pack for the trip. So we start with Ashley and her friend Corey, her stylist, and they are talking about needing warm stuff because, Ashley thinks it's either Bermuda or Bahamas or Barbados, something with a B. Okay, just pack for something with a B.
Yeah. It's none of those. It's actually Nevis, which I think I spent all of last episode calling Nevis. But and then Angel, she's saying she's optimistic about having a good time in Nevis, and she just hopes that it's an opportunity for sisterhood, LOL, that has never happened ever in the history of Real Housewives of any city. There's no such thing as sisterhood. That's just a word they use every now and then when they're sick of fighting and they want to just sort of sweep everything under the rug. This is a sisterhood, and we may fight hard, but we love hard because that's what a sisterhood does. That's their way of saying, I'm exhausted. Do we have to fight anymore? I just want to have dessert.
Yeah.
But yeah, she thinks that there's going to be some sort of sisterhood, and that's not going to happen whatsoever for you, Angel.
So now it's 2 days later and it's 4 a.m. and it's airport gathering. Let's go. So Kierna sees Angel and she's like, oh, so this is your first girls trip? She goes, yeah, post being a mommy, which you would know if we've really been best friends for 7 years or whatever, 20 years or whatever we're trying to say on this show. So let's turn it up.
That is hilarious. You're totally right. How does Kierna not know that?
Yeah. So then Jazzy joins them, and we keep saying Jassy, but it's Jazzy. It's just spelled with 2 S's. So I don't know.
Is it? I always thought it was Jassy.
And they all call her Jazzy.
Jazzy?
So she's like, hi,
like
girls. I was given a late invite. I'm just happy to be here with a late invite, honey. It's better to have a late invite than have to wear polyester every day because my boyfriend won't pay for my condo. Am I right?
Jassy. By the way, I'm still going to call her. I'm committed to Jassy at least through this episode because I can't switch mid episode to Jazzy. It's like I have to do a reset. It's like Nevis last week was Nevis. This week is Nevis. I will update appropriately next week if necessary. But Jassy is here for the moment. Jassy is a fun girl. Jassy drives Kierna crazy, so there's no reason for me not to invite her. And Jassy has been through a lot when it comes to Mr. Darius, and we had to go through it a lot with a lot of baby mama drama. And anyway, long story short, she looks like she's going to piss off one of the cast members, and I just want to laugh. So she's here.
Dun, 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 ta. So now we see some airplane footage time, and Ashley's like, we're about to see some kitties in St. Kitts. And all the ladies are in first class, but Jazzy has economy.
Yeah, I love that. And she really is
They're
trying.
pulling out all the
she's just
stops,
so
and
excited
it's just
to be
not
part of
working
it.
today. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
No, she's so excited just to be there that she doesn't even mind that she's like in a middle seat in like row like 500Z, and she's like, honey, me sitting in the back in economy, it was okay because at the end of the day, you get nothing for nothing. Quite literally, I've got no perks back here, no amenities. I had to pay $50 for a Biscoff cookie. But either way, the champagne's going to taste just as good in the back as it does in the front. I just have to pay a lot of money for it. I'm so happy.
And now we've arrived in St. Kitts. They've tried to pull out all the stops to piss off Jazzy, and it did not work. So let's keep trying, guys. So now they get in another Sprinter van, and Giselle explains Nevis to us. And they have to land, and then they have to take a boat. And so she loves going from one island to another island because that's called living.
I like that she tries to put a spin on it. I don't think that's really called living. That's just called inconvenience. But either way, then they're like sitting there. They're all in their van because they pile in the van first because they're all in first class, and then they have to sit and wait for Jassy to come off the plane. And she is embedded deep in that plane, and they're waiting so long for her that they are then convinced that she's just somehow disappeared off the plane. Like she's like she got flight planned. Like she's just gone. And she's like, and Stacey's like, but the cleaning crew went in. The cleaning crew's gone in already. There's no one left, which also amuses me because do they know that like they send the cleaning crew in while people are deplaning? Like, you're always going out of the plane and the cleaning crew's already in there, but I guess they're so used to flying maybe first class that they don't even realize what it's like for the rest of people to get off of a plane. So they're like, but she's gone. She must have fallen out the plane. Someone should look in the ocean for her. Is she alive? She may have died by now.
The cleaning crew is there. I love when the cleaning crew comes on the plane and gives you dirty looks like you're in their way. Like, I'm just trying to deplane, sir. And they're like, I guess I'll just wait here for you to pass.
I would be mad at us too. We're slobs.
Well, like I have any other
the way
choice.
The plane looks. But the plane is such a mess when we all get off of it. Especially, honestly, the most hilarious thing is in business class and first, the way people just fling their blankets all over the place. It's like there was like a pillow fight up there every single time you get out of, we walk through there. Like, what the hell? If I were a cleaning crew, I'd be mad at every single one of us. I mean, I'm mad at all of us. I'm not even on the cleaning crew. I just look around and people are disgusting at all times. Ugh.
Yeah,
including
people
myself,
are really
let's be
gross.
honest.
Yeah, people are really gross. And people have boogers. It's bad. So
They're terrible.
They're trying to figure out what happened to poor Jazzy. And Kieran is like, International Jazzy, where are you? Did they put you in the back of the plane? So then we see 1:24, 1:35, 1:46 p.m. And finally Jazzy comes down. She's like, hi, everybody. Hi, it's me, Jazzy.
That is wild that it took 20 minutes for her to come out from the back of that plane. Like, that's, I am really confused about that. So they take this like van and it brings them over to like the customs house. They have to like clear customs in this, like, it's like a yacht lounge before they get on their yacht to go to Nevis. So they're all gathered around, and Wendy's asking what they're going to be doing today. And Giselle's like, well, we're going to get our yacht, and then we're going to go over to where we're going to be staying at the Four Seasons, and we'll get our rooms. It'll be great.
Great. Well, does anyone have any goals about anything that they would like to achieve during this trip?
So Angel says that she has a goal, and her goal is to know everyone better and for everyone to know her better on maybe a little bit of a different level, the sort of level that you get when your husband's been a starter for 10 years.
Well, I've reached out to Angel to give her the warm welcome that I did not receive, and I've received kind of a lukewarm reception. And I know that she's very close with Kay, but I'm hopefully that in Nevis she will have the opportunity to get to know her outside of Kay.
Have you seen that clip of Stacy on QVC? It's so fun. It's so good.
No, tell me about it.
It's been going around online. It's her selling something on QVC. She's selling a blue sweater with a camel on it. Okay. And she's like, well, everybody, this is royal blue. So let's start with that. Royal blue. And as you'll notice, it's a camel on it. Now, this is for Christmas because you know how everybody arrived to see baby Jesus? They were on a camel. They came on camels to see him. As you can see here, royal blue, red, because red is the color that Jesus loved more than any other. A camel with a beautiful sweater just to see baby Jesus. It's just the bullshit that they do on QVC. But Stacey is so good at it. And you can see that her whole Housewives career is already just her QVC host voice.
Stacey has been such a great find. You know, we loved her last year, and it feels like she's really blossoming this season. And I also get the sense that people are kind of paying attention to Stacey more now. I think that people liked Stacey last season, but it seems like people now are really kind of seeing the potential that she has to be like kind of a great housewife. And last night on Watch What Happens Live, apparently everyone was buzzing on Twitter about this because Andy told Stacey, I find you endlessly entertaining. So everyone's like, oh my God, she got the Andy seal of approval. She'll be with us for years and years, which is true. And also, by the way, I'm like that too. I'm very happy about that because I think Stacey she has a great combination. Another person on Twitter, I'm like doing the Twitter report today, was like, Stacey has that perfect mixture of being sort of delusional, but also like things just sort of like roll, like narcissist, and like things roll off her head. Like, you know, like she kind of takes it on the chin, but keeps on going. She doesn't get like crazy about it. Like, she kind of has what it takes to be a perfect housewife.
Yeah, she's very unbothered for sure.
Well, I want to acknowledge that we know it's very difficult the first trip that you take without your children. So we're here if you want to lean in. Okay, Angel?
So they all cheers to Angel, missing her little babies.
Yeah, and then the lounge rep comes up and is like, ladies, I already have you processed through immigration, but we do have a problem with Miss Massey. The customs officer said that you're not permitted to use camouflage on the suitcases, and also that they do not care if your husband started in the NFL for 10 seasons when we see that this is on your passport application. Like, oh, so apparently this is like...
You're not allowed to have on your passport that your husband was a starter for 10 years. So, could you have this?
But can I wear camouflage if my husband was a starter? No. That's against the law. You cannot wear camouflage here.
And Giselle's like, you brought camouflage. And then we see on the screen, an email from production that says, in Nevis, it is illegal for anyone, including children, to wear camouflage. Okay. We don't want people thinking other people are bushes. That's very scary.
You're not allowed to blend in. So luckily Tia has a lot of space in her bag. So they basically put Angel's bag in Tia's bag, and Tia's like,
Ooh, well, look at this thing. Look, I'm acquiring things as I go along. I've just acquired a whole backpack. Okay, yes, finders keepers. Oh.
They're like, why do you have an empty suitcase in the first place? She's like,
It wasn't empty, but I'm thankful it was partially empty because my friend would have gone to jail with a camouflage bag.
That is how you go on vacation. You bring a half-empty bag so you can shop. Duh. Those housewives.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So then Kierna is enjoying the snacks, and she's like, the balls are really good. I need some balls. Anyone like some big balls? And then they start talking about balls, and Stacey's like, I don't typically eat balls. It's not my thing. Wendy's like, Stacey, do you suck balls? Oh, as in the food? As in dick? Oh my God, Wendy, I don't know that I've even had that encounter just yet. I mean, I'd rather just talk about camels wearing sweaters.
Is that why you got divorced? And they're like, probably. Ha, ha, ha. And Tia's like,
well, hopefully I don't strike you as a ball sucker either. But the thing is, I'm surprising. I'm layered. I reserve the right to suck a ball or two.
So, and I like that Stacey goes, Wendy, how dare you ask me about balls? You're an academic. So then, now they get on their boat and everything, and they're on this like 15-minute yacht, and they're getting on board. And then they all pop in. They have some more champagne, and Ashley's like,
well, I will say it's really nice that we're all here. And, last time we were at Kay's house, and things got a little tense with some of us, so it's nice that, we're able to sit here and enjoy some bubbly.
Which I always like that. Like, it was tense last time, so it's nice that we can have fun now, which is always the preamble to, let's make it tense like it was last time.
Yeah, and Wendy, in case you guys didn't remember, turned 40 last year. So let's have another party for Wendy being 40. And then, Jazz, everybody's talking about how amazing it's going to be. And Giselle cannot have this. So, So Jazzy's like, well, we've got a couple of beautiful women here, new. And so welcome the newbies. Let's show everybody a good time. And Giselle's like, well, that may or may not have wanted you to come. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. So Jazzy heard that.
Jazzy's like, I heard that.
Yeah, she's like, I've heard that.
Wait,
before.
who didn't want Jazzy to come on the boat? Didn't want her to come on this trip. So basically, Angel's like, wait, who didn't want you to come? Me? Is it me? He's like, well, I'll speak on it. After the Preak-Ness, I had a little lunch with Jazzy. And Jazzy's like, yes, it was a great lunch. I was so happy to have lunch on television. Oh my God, right after counseling. We're in counseling still, guys. It's working out great. And we see this flashback to this lunch. And basically, I think it essentially comes out that Angel wanted, Giselle says that Angel wanted Charisse to come instead, right?
Yes, basically. She's like, well, I asked her if she was available to come on the trip, and she said yes. And I said, good, because some girls did not want, okay, Angel, for me to invite you. And everyone's like, oh. Some people said bring Charisse instead. That's what you said, Angel. And she's like, no, I didn't. Just because, I didn't know you at the time. She goes, wait, so do you know Charisse? And she's like, yeah, I do know Charisse. I've known her for a while. Okay. And she knows my husband, who's been a starter for 10 years.
We're wags. Starters. And we see a flashback to the second Bloom Ball where Charisse and Angel say hello and everything. So Stacy's like, well, why would you say that? She goes, well, I'm going to be honest. I don't remember saying do not bring Jazzy, but, if I did,
Well, and if you did, Giselle didn't listen anyway.
So, and by the way, this is a lie. That's not what Angel said. Angel just said, bring Charisse. That's it.
Yeah.
So Jazzy's like, well, was there a certain energy that you didn't like? I mean, what made you say that? And Angel's like, yeah, I don't remember saying that. Well, because of the comment, I was like, maybe this is some whack stuff before. Maybe. I don't know. Are we going to fight? We need to figure out what's going on.
So then now the boat starts to go and Giselle's like, we need to figure out what's going on. So Kierna says,
The thing is between Jazzy and I, I'm not phony and I don't like to be fake. So for that reason, I'm not going to be fake.
and Jassy's like, well, if you're not phony or fake, then say what you said about Wendy.
And Kierna's like, well, what did I say about Wendy?
And Wendy's like, oh, was it recently or was it a while ago? And Jassy goes, it was 6 months ago. And Wendy's like, oh, so she was talking about me 6 months ago. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't recent. It was before I was in counseling with Darius.
Now it's very clear that the whole time Kiana was just deflecting. You're the bad friend, and you talked behind my back, and I've not talked about you behind your back to any of these women. Okay, well, what did Kay actually say about Wendy? Would you care to reveal that, Jazzy? And Jazzy's like, I'll be sipping my drink, but it's not both. Jazzy, if you're going to bring it up, say what she said. For fuck's sake. This is the most awkward audition. Everyone is failing. You're all fired.
Don't protect Kierna. Yeah. So Giselle's like, well, in all transparency, Kay and Wendy, y'all were in a good space. So, well, I'm very confused. But, I'm the fake and phony one now. That's what I don't understand. And Jassy's like, well, I didn't say she called you fake and phony, but there were some things to say she had to say. So, yeah. Which, by the way, Jassy's doing a very good job, I think, of deflecting off of the... she's actually protecting Angel in a weird way because Angel should be in the hot seat. And now she's just pivoted into being like an anti-Kierna moment.
Yes. So Kierna's like, you lost me there. So Ashley's trying to figure it out. She just laughs. She's like, I don't think anyone's getting this. I don't think anyone's getting it. The audition's still going. And Ashley's like, are you high? So, Kierna's like, Jazzy, you're full of shit, but go ahead. And you're full of shit. And you're mad about your conversation with Stacy. And she's like, I'm full of shit because I called you out like you called me out for telling you about the conversation.
Guys, you need to fill in the blanks for some of us. Some of us are busy doing other interesting things like smuggling in a camouflage backpack.
So I'm sick of this fighting that I've started. So I would like Wendy to say her last piece and then we are done with this for me to start another fight.
Well, I just want to say, Kay, based on the timeline that Jassy has given at the time, that we had no issue. And Kierna's like, we did have an issue, actually. It's like, okay, well, if I hear that you talk to people, I'll be very, very, very hurt. She goes, well, you should be. Kierna. So now, Kierna was denying that she said anything, but now she's saying, no, but we did have an issue. But I didn't say anything, but we had an issue.
Well, I think what hurts me the most is that instead of bringing this issue directly to me, the way a friend would, she has decided to tell everyone else in the group. We don't even know what the problem is, Wendy. Can we just stop with this? This is the worst fight ever.
Yeah.
So, but you know what? That's because you try to take somebody and teach him things. And Wendy's like, wait, are you talking about Jassy? And she's like, no, she's not even here. I don't even know Jassy. And Jassy's like, oh, ho's mad, but I'm here. Okay, I'm here. Well, who's the hoe? You're the hoe. Weren't you the side chick? She's like, never been the side chick. Always been the fiance. Something you'll never be. What did she say? Side chick. What is this? What is the side chick?
Is there? So there's a chicken and then there's a chick. But the chick is off to the side. I mean, what's going on here? I'm so confused. Why are we talking about so many birds? I don't even know what language they're speaking.
So she's like, I wouldn't want that shit. And Giselle's like, okay, we're taking a time out. So Angel, are you good with Jassy? Would you like to fight with Jassy now? She's like, okay, I'll say something. Well, can she finish? And Wendy's like, no, because this is important. This is important. So I was like, okay, your next audition round will have to hold, please. Wendy's like, because me and Stacey talked about it. And we noticed when Jazzy came into Preak-Ness at The Angel, you started talking about how your husband was a starter for 10 years. As soon as Jazzy walked in the room, that was almost like a dig.
So the Angel's like, well, if there's a commitment to misunderstanding me, I understand that. She's like, no, it's not, because if we wanted to, I wouldn't have brought it to you. She goes, okay, let me just say this. She asked me about my husband, and we see a flashback where Jassy never asked that. Angel asked Jassy, what position does your husband play? And Jassy said, he's a linebacker. And then Angel's like, my husband does 10 year starters. And I so explained to her it was a 10-year starter, which I still don't even know what that means. But my husband said it's a good thing. So congratulations to your husband starting something, whatever that may be.
Well, the reason the timing happened is because she walked into the room. And so, any other place, Angel's trying to explain, like, well, I saw her. So I introduced her to myself I introduced myself to her with things that we had in common. She's trying to explain basic logic to people, but they don't really get it. Yeah. And she's like, Wendy's like, did you know Jazzy before she walked in the room? And she says, well, I knew that she was a wag, but that's it. So the producer asks her, is Jazzy the wag that you consider, is she a wag of a bench warmer, basically? And Angel laughs. Yes. And now she gets snotty. She's like, well, there are absolutely differing degrees of NFL players, but every player makes a difference on the team.
Yeah, but I thought that Jassy said that Darius was a starter. I mean, whatever, he's got a Super Bowl ring, so that, hey. So Stacey's like, well, I have to say this, Angel. Do you have it in your heart to have relationships with other people that may not enjoy Kay? Someone like me? And Jassy's like,
no, Darius is a linebacker.
I don't know what. Oh, he's a linebacker?
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
What did I say?
Starting.
I said, well, linebacker, starter has nothing to do with your position. I mean, like, you can be a starting linebacker. Starter is basically like, are you on the field when the game starts, essentially? And
I hate all this sports talk. Just keep it off my fucking housewife shows.
I just realized
as
soon as I started saying, well, starter is different, I was like, oh, Ronnie.
Did you see me glaze over?
Like,
my eyes glazed over like a Christmas ham, girl. I can't with this. So keep it off my show.
I was like, Ronnie just did as much sports exposure as he wants for the week, which is looking up linebacker.
I thought I had something really good there. I was like, excuse me. He's a linebacker, not a starter. So.
I'm like, as someone who has like a 1-7 losing score in fantasy football, let me tell you something about this.
Congratulations, you've reached the end of part 1 of a 2-part recap. For part 2, go look for the recap that says part 2. See you over there, suckers.
Watch What Crappens would like to thank its premium sponsors. Ain't no thing like Allison King. It's always a party on Allison Block.
Our way is the Amber way.
It's the Foster and the Furious. It's Amanda Foster. It's always automatic with Ashley Auto. Put your hands together for Carly Clapp.
Get on the right foot with Chrissy Offit.
She's not just a Sheila, she's a Daniela Etchels.
We never miss her call. It's Diane Call.
Erin McNicholas. She don't miss no trickolas.
Hava Nagila Weber.
You'll never hide from Heidi Eleanor Jones. I go, you go, we all go for Hugo. Jamie, she has no last namey.
She's our kind of mess. It's Jennifer Messer.
Sipped some scotch with Jessica Trotch.
She's our favorite streamer, Caroline Peacock.
Kristen the Piston Anderson. Get a bee in your bonnet with Lacey B. Que sera, whatever will be, will Lauren Silsby. She gets an A from us. It's Lindsay D.
Let's give a kisserino to Lisa Lino.
Fresh as a daisy, it's Maisie McHenry. We love her on the rocks. It's Melissa Cox.
Megan Berg. You can't have a burger without the Berg.
This is Livin' with Michelle Vivian.
I love ya, Olivia Williamson.
She sure is swell. It's Raquel.
Yes, we canna. It's Savannah.
Cast a spell with Shannon Spellman. Let's share with Sharon Eldridge.
Darn Skippy, it's Tippy.
And our super premium sponsors.
She's VVIP, it's Amanda V. Can't lose when you're with Amy Baldwin.
Somebody get us 10 cc's of Betsy MD.
We're taking the gold with Brenda Silva.
Let's get real with Caitlin O'Neill.
Put us on a stretcher, it's Charlotte Fletcher.
Don't get salty with Christine Pepper. Can't have a meal without the Emily Sides.
Who, what, why, where, and Gwen Pentland.
Let's go into the woods with Guy Tubbs.
It's our queen. It's Queen Latifah.
Nobody holds a candle to Jamie Kendall. Hail the cork master, the master of the cork, Jennifer Corcoran. We got our wish, it's Jen Plish.
She's not harsh, she's Jill Hirsch.
My favorite Murdo, Karen McMurdo.
She's a total knockout. It's Katie Manock.
We love him madly, it's Kyle Pod Shadley. In the study with a candlestick, it's Leslie Peacock.
Gee, it's Lisa H.
We're ride or die for Lisa Ryder Barron. She's a whiz, it's Liz Sarthy. Always killing it, it's Lola Alkalani.
The incredible edible Matthews sisters.
She eases our woes. It's Melissa St. Rose.
There's a chance of meatballs. It's Rebecca Cloud.
Maximum love for Sandy Maximoska.
She's the queen bee, it's Sarah Lemke.
We cannot tell a lie. It's Sarah Telefson.
Shannon, out of a cannon, Anthony.
Please don't stop, it's Soli and Pop.
Let's take off with Tamla Plain.
We're obsessed all with Tessa V.
She ain't no shrinking Violet Kuchar. We love you guys.